The Ministry of Education, in conjunction with the Ministry of Health and other stakeholders, came together in order to prepare the protocols for the safe reopening of schools. To that end, PAHO, the Pan American Health Organization, came on board in order to facilitate that safe reopening for our students with special educational needs. Educational resources were provided for each individual student in the form of coloring books, educational toys, games, computers for those who needed such in the remote learning environment, so that in the event of an extended lockdown, the students would still be able to be facilitated. They would still be able to go into that individual package, that survival kit, and be able to do their activities, be able to engage in their educational pursuits. As you may be aware, our students are very tactile. They love to touch, they love to feel, they love to examine and manipulate the items in their environment. As such, therefore, they love the face-to-face methods of instruction. The remote learning environment for some of our students, unfortunately, was not the best fit for them. So, in order for the safety of the children to be assured in the educational setting, the sanitary wear was extremely important. The temperature checks that needed to be done under our protocols, the sanitization, masks, the gloves, the social distancing, all of these protocols needed to be upheld and adhered to. So we needed to constantly remind our children. In order for that to happen, we were able to provide, through PAHO, to provide our children with the necessary equipment so that they could socially distance, so that they could have their mask on, because sometimes our students with special educational needs do not like the feel of the mask on their faces. They would have preferred a face shield or something that would cause them to be able to see well and to be able to interact freely with their classmates and with their teachers. The face shields therefore came in very handy in that regard, because they would be able to see and they would be able to breathe a lot better. Students with deafness in our schools were very happy to have the window masks, because these were very important in terms of their ability to lip read and in terms of their ability to see what facial expressions were being given by their interpreters. We have students with deafness and hearing impairment, hearing loss at the Irving Wilson School, and we also have students with deafness in two of our mainstream schools. So they would of necessity be interacting with students and teachers on a daily basis, and they will need to be able to lip read as well as to see what the interpreter is saying. We wish to thank Dr. Itadis Jibre, Pan American Health Organization's representative, Dr. Carissa Etienne, PAHO's Regional Director for the Americas, and Dr. Darlene Omer, Family and Community Health Advisor. We want to say a big thank you to all of these persons for the generous and substantial gift that they have gifted towards the students with special educational needs. I dare say that the teachers have already reported that several of the students, including those with autism, are already echoing the sentiments that are heard on the wrist thermometers. Normal temperature. You may proceed.
The donation given by PAHO has been really beneficial to us here at the Ant Hill School, from students all the way up to staff members. The students have difficulties with just verbal instructions. So you would find that the visual is very powerful for them. So using the footprints to give direction when they are going to and from the classroom is really a fantastic idea. We have the soap dispensers, and they are distributed around the school plant over by the trough where they wash their hands regularly throughout the day. We also have the sanitizing stations across the school, in the classrooms, and on the outside when they come. On mornings, they will come and sanitize their hands, have their temperature taken. So these gifts donated by PAHO has been really a fantastic idea, and we are so thankful for them. The picnic benches were also donated to the students of Anthill School. It has come in, really handy, especially during lunchtime, where some of the children from second years would have their lunch on the picnic benches. In the morning, they also are used to do the protocol of physical distancing. The umbrellas are a godsend because they help to shield the children from the sun and make the environment more comfortable and enjoyable for the students here at Anthill School. We also had manipulatives that were given to assist the children in their everyday classroom activities. So we just want to say a big thank you to PAHO, and it is greatly appreciated what they have partnered with the Ministry of Education to give to us here at the Anthill School.
This morning I want to take the opportunity to thank PAHO for their wide donation towards the school. We know that COVID is here and it's going to stay with us for a while, and in order to function safely in this environment, we need to minimize our risks. And part of doing so is sanitizing and temperature checks. And the donation of the sanitizing station and the standalone thermometer will help us to do so effectively. The thermometer, as I said, is standalone. We know in these days that technology is important, and this gives the students a set of instructions by which to follow. With our students, yes, procedure is important. It took us, we had to do some drills with the students to get them to follow the procedure, and this probably will be ongoing, but they are using it quite effectively at the moment. One of the other donations we got was that of a water cooler. We know currently healthy living and healthy lifestyle is being pursued, and water is central to healthy living. This helps us to ensure that the students have a daily intake of water, and that we can pay attention and focus on healthy living as well. The vast amount of materials and teaching aids go a long way in enhancing the teaching and learning process. Plus, at this time, that sharing is limited, and as I said, it was a vast amount, and we're able to distribute them among our students. As I said, there are aids and concrete materials. As you would appreciate, many of the students especially have cognitive deficits and are not able to perceive things in an abstract manner. Thus, they need to have concrete materials to manipulate and interact with, so that will help them to understand the concepts and achieve mastery. So we are truly grateful. As I said, it was a wide range of items in the donation, and it will help us to function safely in this environment during the COVID period. So we are truly grateful to PAHO, and we look forward to strengthening the relationship in the future as we seek to provide quality education for our students with special needs.
The donation made to the Irving Wilson School from PAHO, these are just a sample of them. We have here our temperature taking machine, and we also have our automatic hand sanitizing machine. The benefit of a temperature taking machine is that it allows our visually impaired persons to hear the voice and get an accurate reading of their temperature, and it then instructs them that they can go on their way after their temperature has been accurately taken. These two pieces of equipment fits in nicely with the environment which we are trying to build, where we introduce new technology to our children as well as introduce new skills. And these two pieces of technology takes away the labor-intensive task of manually spraying and taking the manual temperature of our students. So on the behalf of the principal, staff, and students of the Irving Wilson School, we would like to sincerely thank the Pan American Health Organization for the invaluable donation of these pieces of technology to the Irving Wilson School. This technology will redound to the overall development of the school, and it helps us make it easier to enhance the COVID-19 protocols of sanitizing your hands, having your temperature accurately taken, the wearing of your mask, and social distancing. So we are extremely appreciative of all the invaluable contribution made by the Pan American Health Organization.
To PAHO, we want to say a hearty